Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Learn GIS with Anna. We are currently in the fourth module of this course, and that is about spatial analysis. So first in this course, we were focusing on GIS in general. What is it even? How to use it in real world? And then we went through the whole evolution of GIS tools. Then in the next module, we focused on spatial data. So where everything kind of starts from, you need some data that you are working with, either styling or doing analysis or both. And then we focus on styling different visualization types, and now we're finally looking into spatial analysis. In the last lesson, we looked into vector operations, and now it is about raster operations. So raster data might seem a bit intimidating in general, at least it did to me. So I think vector is way more easily approachable, kind of like simple geometry, something that you can understand better and which also looks easier and often prettier. But I have found some very nice and easy ways to run very important vector operations, and I have kind of understood where are rasters and satellite imagery really needed and very important. So today I'm going to show you how to work with terrain tiles in two important ways: how to run slope analysis and how to do contour analysis. So let's get started. We are here in Atlas, and we are lucky enough to be able to just take the data straight from Atlas, so we don't have to go anywhere else to catch it. Here on the right side panel under data actions, you have our integrations. So here you have satellite images, you have different collections. We also went this through in how to find geodata lesson. That was maybe the fourth one, maybe something like that, quite in the beginning. No, it was the fifth one. Go check that out as well. But so here are different collections like Copernicus, different sentinels, and so on. But today we are actually going to use our terrain tiles integration because that is super easy to use. You only click that and then you just click import, and you are using your map extend, and it takes the closest terrain tile resolution that you have there. I already actually changed the base map into satellite image to get into the vibe of this raster and kind of satellite image lesson. So you can change the base map here in the lower right corner. But let's go ahead and import this DEM file now. Oh, and we have it. Let's zoom out a bit to see the whole thing. Alrighty. So now we got a DEM of 152 meter resolution. It depends on your zoom level. What is the resolution you're getting out? Alright, but let's go first then and run that slope analysis like I promised. So I could have shown where I'm going. That's true. So we are in data actions on the right side, and raster operations are the second thing here. And then you have slope analysis here in the right side, and then we choose the DEM file. That's the only thing we have here and the only thing we can choose. So very easy, nice. Then you can use different output units. Let's choose %. And let's run it. Alrighty, no, that doesn't look like anything yet, obviously, but let's go and style that one. So let's click the slope layer and we get different visualization types. Let's go to color range and boom, it already looks cooler. But I wouldn't use this color map really, but I would go to diverging, and then I really like the lowest one, which goes from blue to red with something quite light color in between. And let's reverse that and choose this. Nice. Now we can see already the slope happening here. You can also decide to change the color range, so to go more to one extent or another. Let's keep something like this so we can really see. Nice. And then the next thing is the contour lines like I promised. So let's go back to raster operations and contour. So let's see now. We are going back to working with the DEM. So let's hide the slope for now and let's go and choose the DEM layer. Then you can choose the resolution. So how often do the lines appear? The basic default here is 10. Let's go with that one. And we have it. Right now, it again doesn't look like anything. By the way, fun fact, why there's nothing here is because there's a river. So there is no elevation on top of the river, of course. So let's go and style this one again. So let's click that one. And then we have the styling options open here. And let's go to style by field. And we choose elevation as our attribute. And then we have the default color range again, but I want to use the same one as we use for the slope. That also kind of highlights the similarity / difference between slope and contour, so slope and elevation. So let's go and reverse the palette and choose that one again. Nice. Then you can again edit palette and choose different numbers of color range or whatever you like to have. And then if we zoom in closer, we can see those lines actually happening. It looks so cool. I think what we can do now is we hide the DM file under and we go to a different base map and let's choose light. So now we can only really see these contour line colors happening. And now I'm going to show you something pretty cool. So let's go and change into 3D. And we can really see the mountains actually. If you press Control, at least on Mac, and you grab the screen and you go somewhere, you can change your position. So then you can really go into the level of the mountains to see. All right, like that. Looks pretty damn cool, huh? At least I love the look of this. It just highlights it so well what you are actually doing here. Look, here goes the river, so then you get the blue colors coming in the valley and the red tops where there is the highest elevation. And then what we can also do is if we want to showcase even better what is the elevation and where, we can go to the right side labels and we can choose text and choose the elevation. So then we get the elevation number showing. You can choose to make that smaller or you can choose more text options like making the stroke smaller and like that. So then you always see how big of an elevation it is and where. Like that. Pretty neat, huh? And then I'll show you also how you can maybe get the numbers of the elevation showing a bit better by going back to 2D. Unfortunately, I know it's cool in 3D, but then I will show you. So in labels, you have one of the first things showing is placement. So here you can also choose to go by line. So then right now it doesn't allow overlap, so we can't see a lot when we are this zoomed out. But when we go closer, we can start to see all the different numbers for the different contour lines, so different elevation levels. And I think this is all for today's lesson. So we did contour lines like that, and then we did slope analysis like this. You can see that there are similarities, but of course still it goes a bit differently because it's about slope and elevation. But thank you for following this lesson. I hope you found this useful and you will watch also the last lesson of this course. So that is a bonus lesson and I can already drop the information to you. It will be about a builder mode. So I will show you how to create an interactive map application. So a map interface for an end user where you can, for example, filter with different information and look into lists and all kinds of things you can hope for an interface. So make sure that you keep watching for that one too. I'll see you there. Bye bye.